Good morning, students. Welcome back in our science online class. Today we are going to learn very interesting part of our lesson, that is muscle contraction. Muscle contractions move bones at joint. See, students, at the beginning of this lesson we have learned that our body is made up of hard framework of bones. The bony framework inside our body is called skeleton. The bones of skeleton provides framework which holds our body together. The skeleton gives a shape to our body. The human skeleton is made mostly of bones with some cartilage. But only bones are not responsible for the certain actions. For example, for movement of bones at joints, muscles play very important role, because due to the contraction and relaxation of muscles move bones at joints. So what is muscles? So muscle is the fibrous tissue in the body that has ability to contract when asked to do by the brain. Means when brain gives message to do some activities, the muscle perform the activities like shortens and extends. Muscles are attached to the bones of our skeleton, that already we have learned, and these muscles are attached to the bones with the help of strong fibers. And do you know, students, what we call? Yes, correct. We call them tendons. When the muscles attached to a bone contracts, it pulls the bone, due to which the bone moves at the joint. So due to the contraction, it pulls the bone, due to which the bone moves at the joint. Second thing, a muscle can only pull a bone, it cannot push a bone. This point is very important. A muscle can only pull a bone, it cannot push a bone. So another muscles attached to the same bone has to contract to move it the opposite direction to bring it back to its original position. And that is why muscles work always in pairs. Okay, this point you can note down. The muscles always work in pairs. Means two muscles work together to move a bone. When one muscles, or we can see now, see the muscles joined to our bones work in pairs. When one muscle of the pair contracts, then the other muscle of the pair is relaxed or stretched. So due to this contraction and relaxation of muscles, move bones at joint. Okay students. The movement of body parts in human being is brought about by the alternate contraction and stretching of the muscles attached to the movable bones of the skeleton. When muscles pull on the bones, they produce the movements such as the moving head, bending arm, straightening of arm, walking or running, etc. The contraction of muscles is controlled by the brain. So whatever these contractions of muscles are there, that all are controlled by the brain. Now bending and straightening of arm. See students, our arm, forelimbs and hind limbs. So our arm consists of two parts, as you can see in this figure, upper arm and lower arm. Can you see in this figure students? Upper arm and lower arm. This upper arm and lower arm, which are joined at the elbow. The upper arm has only one bone and the lower arm has two bones. The top end of upper arm bone is joined to a shoulder blade by a ball and socket joint, which shows the maximum movement. The upper arm bone and the lower arm bones are joined at the elbow by a hinge joint. Okay, so this upper arm and lower arm joint at elbow, and this elbow joint is a one type of hinge joint. The upper arm bone has a pair of muscles. Can you see? This upper arm bone has a pair of muscles, that is the bicep muscles and triceps muscles. Can you see this red color? Yes. So this one end of bicep muscles and tricep muscles are attached to the upper arm bone, that is called the shoulder bone, and the second end with the help of tendons, these upper end of the bicep muscles and triceps muscles are attached to the shoulder bone with the help of tendon, and the second end of bicep muscles and tricep muscles are attached to the lower arm by tendons. Okay students, I hope you understood this. Now when we want to bend the arm, how the muscles works, that we'll see. So when we want to bend the arm, the bicep muscles contracts, as you can see in this figure. Can you see the bicep muscles? Yes, bicep muscles contracts and it becomes shorter and fatter. The contraction of bicep muscles pulls the lower arm bones, due to which the lower arm moves. Bicep muscles is also called flexor muscles because it flexes, bends the arm. So you can note down this point: when bicep muscles contracts and bends the arm, the tricep muscle stretches and releases. So when the bicep muscles contracts, at the same time tricep muscles relax or stretches. Okay. Now in bending arm. Now in second figure we can see the straightening of arm, means when we straight the arm. So what happen with the bicep muscles and triceps muscles? When we want to straighten the arm, at that time the tricep muscles contracts, and as you can see in this figure, they contracted and the shape becomes shorter and fatter. At the same time the bicep muscles stretches out, okay, and it becomes thinner. So tricep muscles is called extensor muscles. So I hope you understood the muscles contraction move the bones at joints. So one thing you keep in mind, muscles works always in pair. When one muscle of the pair contracts, then the other muscle of the pair is stretched out. Okay students, so remaining part of this lesson will continue in our next period.